So you're thinking about launching a funnel, or maybe you have a funnel already and it's not converting. Maybe it doesn't look professional. Maybe you don't like the branding of it. Well, in this video, I'm gonna help you build more trust by changing the number one most important thing on your funnels, which is the overall personality and theme of your funnel. So we'll use this one as an example. It's a funnel that I recently built for a company called Video Marketing World. I love what they do and everything. I love the client. And you can see the background here. We have a sort of mesh gradient, right? With a hint of green, and we got the navy blue and everything, and then the gradient button. But what I want to do is give you a couple of examples that you can do for your brand using these techniques. So first thing you'll do, we'll start with the dark one right here, is you can, instead of going into fill and going into linear and trying to add the green tone here or the hue, like no matter how you twist this, even with the radial, you're not gonna get the same sort of feel that you're looking for as you do if you just do this little simple hack instead. So I'll click O. Okay, I'm gonna create this circle right there. I'm gonna move it up here, and then I'm gonna choose, for an example, a lighter, something like that. Then I'll try 30%, maybe less, maybe 20. And then you click effect and you click layer blur. And then we set this to 500, and you can see you get this nice little effect. So now if you want to, you can just copy it, move it down here. You can test out where you want those two. You can even do 3. And then actually, let me try something. This as well. Let me try blue. You can test the opacity as well and make sure that you find something you're happy with. So move this under the text. I want to create like a complete banner, kind of what it would look like. 36, set Gilroy, plugin, lorem ipsum, we'll do 60. Maybe we need a picture, so we'll do a picture right there. Plugins again, we'll do pixels, portrait, and we'll just use this one. And then we'll do 20 pixels. Actually, let's add some personality to the image as well. So we'll do, move it down there, and then we'll do, I'm rushing it a little bit to save your time, but you get the point. So that's one way to do it. And then if we wanted to still add the effects that I've done here, I'll just do one fast so you can see sort of similar to this one. Well, we'll do linear. Okay, so we already have opacity 0 on one of them. And then we'll make sure to move this up here. Actually, it could be a little bit, yeah, something like that. And then we move it down there. It's a little wide. Do something like that. Boom. Flip it around. I know you can also click horizontal, vertical. It's fast to do it this way as well. Anyways, and now you can mark both of them. You can move it down to 50%. You can find what works for you. So that's one way to sort of just make your overall branding appear more professional. Second thing on this one, now we're gonna try with a background image, do the same thing. In fact, I think I'll just copy these, click frame, import them. Also, we have the image here. So let's see if we do like 3%. I think this one is a little bit 15. I like this one more. So maybe we'll do 2 of these. Copy, paste. And by the way, if you want to find more images, you can just click frame, plugin, pixels, minimal, or you can type in whatever, and you can just find something that fits for what you're looking for. Let's do this one. And then you click frame, you see you have 2 images. So I'll delete the other one and then set this to like 10, right? And now if I change this right here, you'll see that we still have the same background, but we have a different layer on top of it. Let's do something like this. And then we can go into these again. What if we do like pink? Add this behind the image. Okay, now we have the text underneath. So yeah. Anyways, that is the dark background, and then we'll do a couple of things for the light background as well. First thing we'll do is just copy this over. Let's see what this looks like if I just copy this over here. I'll do 100%. I'll copy this one so I have 2 of them. And then I'll mark both of them and play around with the color. So you can see what it looks like pretty quickly. Let's say like this, maybe even delete the, or reduce the opacity to like 50, 75, and you can get the same sort of vibe. You can also add it doesn't have to be a blur. So let's say I want to add this one right there, move it under the text, and then I just do, get this color right here, linear. I want it to fade into the background. So let's see. This one's 0, and this one maybe even white. Yeah, and then I could do the same right here. I mean, that's just another example of how to do it using the same sort of techniques we're using in this video. And then this one as well. One thing you want to be careful with is the background images right here. Like a lot of people like to use, and I'll just delete this. They like to use images for the sake of it. Like, oh, I'll find an image so that, especially funnel agency owners, like they want to feel like they've put a lot of effort into it. So I'll just add things for the sake of it. But if you take a look at this one, you'll see that there's not a lot of graphics that go into the background, but overall it looks clean because the aesthetics. I'll show you like an example of how to make this not look good. So some people have background images like this, where like you want to communicate something with the background image, so you want it to be visible, but then it doesn't look good. Like even this. No, don't do that. Instead, have the image here, and then, I mean, on a darker image, it's more forgivable to have the image there because like there's a lot of contrast. Here, doesn't look clean. Like you see that there's things there, but it's just taking away focus from the text. So what you could do in that case is, if you find something that's minimalistic, there we go, and then we'll do 10, and then we'll also add the same sort of, I mean, I wouldn't do it, not for this funnel or for this image, but sometimes for some brands it makes sense to have that in there even on light backgrounds. Most of the time you can have patterns, you can add your graphics to it, all of that. But actually one thing you could do, let's see if we can do it with this one. So I'll add this back up to 50% so we can, we actually have it already on this image, but it's adding a filter or layer or a sort of like a grainy vibe to it. So let me show you an example. We'll try this one, okay? And then I'll close pixels. I'll hit right click, plugins, noise. And let me see. Actually, I'll just leave it like this. I'll do one of this, and then I'll just drag it out. There we go. You can see the filter effect of what we want it to look like, but then obviously we want this inside of the frame, and we also want it behind everything else. There we go. And then we want this, let's say 10%. Actually, let's try to up this a little bit now. Yes, you see that? 40. See, I like that. And then if I zoom in, you'll see this grainy, noisy little filter. So anyways, those are a couple of things you can do to make your funnels appear more professional. Play around with it. If you need help, I have a full module with Figma, Sketch, Canva, design, copy, offer creation, conversion optimization, split testing, how to get leads, how to get clients, all the tech stuff, make it super simple inside of Full-Time Funnel Designer. There's a discount in the description. If you want to join, we have an amazing community, over 400 people now building funnels where you can interact and connect with other people. So would love to have you. That being said, thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.